Hi guys, this is Mrs. Martin. I am going to explain today how your family tree project is going to go. If you have not gotten this sheet of paper that you see in front of you, which is the family tree project PowerPoint, then go ahead and pause the video and get one from your sub. All right, if you already have it, perfect. We can move on. So your family tree project goes like this. You're going to be creating a slideshow, and it's got to be 7 slides total. If you want to underline that, great, just so you know. And what these 7 slides are going to be talking about is you're going to be explaining 6 people in a family. Now, it can either be your family, if you have pictures of your family, or if you can get them. You can use your phone to kind of upload photos if you'd like to. An easier version of this is to pick a TV show or a movie that has a family in it that's pretty well known, and you can use that as a family as well. I prefer the TV family because it makes it a little bit easier and it's a little bit more, you're able to follow along a little bit better because people know, people from movies and TV. Okay, so anyway, your first slide needs to be a picture of the whole family you're talking about. So, for example, if I was going to do The Simpsons, I would show the whole family of The Simpsons, and that would be my front page. And the title would be called La Familia de Simpson. So the Simpson family is what I'm trying to get at. Your next 6 slides are going to be people in that family. So the next slide after that, let's say I picked Marge. Okay. Once I've picked Marge and I have a picture of Marge up on that slide, I'm going to put 5 sentences about Marge to describe her. Okay. And then I move on to Maggie and I have 5 sentences about Maggie. And then I have my next slide and that would be Bart and I have 5 sentences about Bart and so on and so on. You're going to explain 6 people. Okay. You may not use any words from Google Translate. I want this to be your own vocabulary from your notes. You may use the Weebly site, anything on vocabulary there. You may use, like I said, your notes, or you may even go and grab an Express-a-Tay book from the counter and use that book. We've only done chapters 1 through 4, so look through that if you want to get ideas from that as well. The problem I have is people tend to look then everything up on Google Translate, and then you have no idea what you've even written. Even if I were to ask you and point it out, you would have no clue what you've written, so I would prefer it if we use notes and words that we've used in the past. And then the last thing for the rules is you need to put this project in Google Classroom when you're done. There will be a family project section in there. Along with putting that project in there, if you have any questions, I put an example in that same, where you're going to turn it in, I put an example of the Weasleys from Harry Potter in Google Classroom that you can go back and kind of look at, see what you can do for ideas. I don't want you to copy it, but you can get a lot of ideas from it. Okay, so when you are describing some of the people, you're going to have 5 sentences for each person. Okay, which means that 6 people times 5 sentences, you got it, it's 30 sentences total. Your sentence 1 is going to be introducing the person. If you're introducing a boy, so you're saying this is Joe, you're going to use este. If you're introducing a girl, you're going to say esta. So I put an example here and it says esta is Pam. This is Pam. Your second sentence is going to be what relationship they are to somebody else in the family. So you might want to say something like, ella es la madre de Joe. She is the mom of Joe. I kind of had said something about The Simpsons earlier. So if you were showing Marge up there, you would say, ella es la madre de Bart and Maggie and Lisa. Okay, so she is the mother of Bart, Maggie, and Lisa. Sentence 3, you're going to describe that person. So are they tall? Are they funny? Are they young? They're old? I gave you a whole list of adjectives earlier this year. Get those out. Use them. My example for this was, ella es morena y cómica. She is dark-haired and funny. Don't forget to, when you're describing words, you need to match them with gender. So if you're talking about a girl, it would need to be rubia instead of rubio, blonde. Also, if the whole family is blonde, I don't want every single person to be blonde. You will get downgraded for a ton of repetition. I don't want that. Your sentence 4 is how old this person's going to be. We're used to saying yo tango when we talk about our own age, but when you talk about somebody else's age, you would say ella tiene or él tiene, and then you give the age. Don't forget to put your años. And the last thing, their sentence 5 should be something that he or she does or something that he or she likes. So my example for this was ella toca el piano. She plays the piano. That was part of your AR verb vocabulary. Or ella le gusta comer pizza. She likes to eat pizza. So you can have anything like that. You want anything extra. So those are your 5 sentences. Now, if for some reason you do not have a Chromebook and there's no way you're going to get a Chromebook in the next day and you're just sitting there doing nothing because you don't have a Chromebook, well, then you will not be doing a PowerPoint. You will be doing a poster project. Okay? If you can get a Chromebook, or Mr. Gefeller has an iBook, I believe, in his room that you can borrow as long as you bring it straight back to him after class, then you can use that. Otherwise, you're grabbing a piece of poster paper and you're going to do this with poster. Anyway, so I'm going to show you an example really quickly of my project. You can find this in my Google Classroom, but I had a student the other year, a couple years ago, do the Weasleys. So obviously here's her front cover, and then she started explaining, this is Arthur Weasley. Arthur is el padre de Ron. He is the father of Ron. Él es pelirrojo. He is redhead. He is a redhead. Él tiene 48 años. He is 48 years old. Él trabaja el Ministry of Magic. He works at the Ministry of Magic. So that was the first person. And then you keep going. You've got Molly, and you explain Molly in those 5 sentences. And then you have Percy, and you explain Percy in those 5 sentences. So you're going to do 6 people total. I'm not going to show you every single person because you can go onto my Google Classroom and look at that project on your own. Like I said, I don't want everything to be copied just like my project that I've shown you, but you can get some good ideas. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to email me. Otherwise, keep working on it, and when I get back, I will be checking it, and you can turn it into Google Classroom at that point. Okay? Any questions, please send me an email, and I can get back to you pretty quickly. Thanks, guys.